We back in this jump. All right. So this one, I was just seeing like videos on like questioning about like lust and people talking about like, well, lust is this and that. And I see so much of it. Excuse me. I see so much of it, and it's like I have like a different take on it. And it's like, because I feel like people often think lust is. I don't know. I'm not sure if people have like a different perception of it, but they often like associate it with something that's like wrong. Like your lust is like automatically wrong, even though it's just something that's like there without your control for the most part. But anyway, it makes me think about like with food, because like most people, the function of food is like it's just when you're hungry to eat, and then some people, but and then some people, of course, they like eat for different reasons, like maybe like emotional problems or whatever someone else like might use food for, like maybe even like food for like I don't know, maybe for social gatherings, things like that. Like they just eat for like different occasions. But for me, a lot like I work out like a lot, and a lot of times I'm not really hungry. Woof. I'm not really hungry to eat, but I sometimes like I feel like pains in my body, and I'll eat and it'll feel better. And it's like it may always reminds me the function of like food is not just like for your hunger. It's like to like keep everything up working and keep and like rebuild things, like because I'm working out, but even if I wasn't working out, like you still have to like eat a certain amount and certain nutrients to like keep your body like functioning over a long period of time. And it makes you wonder about the same thing about like sex and what people. I feel like I don't know if people. That's what I'm saying. The perception of lust. I don't know if people think sex is just like to act on lust, but I feel like I feel like sex, like maybe like the perception of it may need to change. Like sex to be something that could use to recharge it. Like the point I'm making is that sex can have like different functions outside of just like acting on it for lust. And even if it is coming from a place of lust, it might have a different function than just like lust. I feel like, if you ask me, because like I didn't. I've heard like it wasn't until I got like because I'm like over 25 now. Like I'm 26 now, and it wasn't until like I got older in life that I realized how like sex can like actually like recharge you. And I was probably having like more sex when I was like in like honestly teens and like early 20s. Being not early 20s, like teens and yeah, I guess early 20s really. Not except when I was 20 wasn't out there active a lot actually. Like probably like 21. But anyway, the point I'm making is that like now like I've like realized like I don't know if it's I'm older or what, but like one time I was with a chick and I was like almost like got I was like feeling like sick even because I'm sick right now. And that's why probably make me think about this. I was like sick, not like sick. I was just kind of like a sore throat, and I was feeling tired and off, like working hard and everything, just like going through the motions. And then I was like got with her, and I felt like recharged. I didn't even realize it. I was like, what? But I mean, that's not even something that's like that should be like shocking, though, because like that's what I'm saying. Like even something like masturbation, like you get. I'm not saying you would get that feel, but I remember like back in the day, I would get like chronic like migraines, like headaches. Not even, I don't know if they were migraines, but they're just like terrible headaches. So I get migraines now, but then whatever I was getting back in the day were like chronic, terrible, and I would just like get one off, and I'm not even trying to be funny. And them joints, they would just go away. Like the headaches would just go away, and it makes you like question like any like lust or sexual act. Like like I'm saying, everyone have like different perceptions, and they have like different experiences. What might like form their views, but with me, I'm not. I don't see it like it's something wrong. Like I haven't got there. Like I do think like porn is wrong. Not yeah, I do. I'm at the place in my life where I don't watch porn. I do think porn is wrong, and of course, and whatever else, all the type of stuff that will come with that. But like, I don't just inherently that somehow lust is wrong. Like I don't maybe because I probably don't like feel lust. I don't know if I'm. If I was like if I'm the type of person if I want to get with a chick, it's like I want to like bang a chick. It's not because I want like some like weird temptation. I'm not like shitting on other people for that. But I'm just saying it's more like I want to get with a chick. But like I'm saying, it's like more now. I've gotten older. There's more functions. So I admit when I might have been like 17 or like 16, it was like the thrill of like, oh yeah, I'm getting with a girl, blah blah blah, whatever it was, and the experience too, because you're like new to it, and so it's like the experience of it as well. It's like really nothing with it, and then like when you're like when I came up more like college years like 18, 19, whatever it was, it was kind of like more of the same thing, but I'm trying to think. It might have been more driven like by like relationships too, like not relationships, but like trying to deal with people. Like you're just being intimate with people because they're like around them, not just around them, but like you're trying to get with chick, not like from an ego place, but like you're just trying to get with women because like you want woman, like whatever. So it's like different. But then like now I'm realizing like because you always like because people always like to shame their lust like it's wrong to like look at a woman that way and all this whatever blah blah blah. But like when you like I don't know, I just feel like there's so many like I mean that's why sex is a thing to me. Like the union between man and woman, and I'm talking from a heterosexual perspective. Like there's just so much good that would come out of beyond like lust. And even if lust is like the driving factor, like so many good things come from it. Like I've heard, and that's the other thing. I heard someone like I was watching this video on YouTube and some girls talking about like how her like life is better with sex. And I mean I know all women think like that because all women out here having sex. So I mean like most of them. So I mean like clearly, I guess they would attest. I mean I'm not sure what's up with them, but point I'm making anyway is that like I don't know. Like I just feel like that's maybe people that the thing I was making with the food analogy at the beginning. I feel like people might just have like a different maybe take a different approach with it, like look at it for different functions, like because when you're a kid, you're you like when you might want to eat when you're hungry and blah 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 and this and that, and of course you need to eat because you need to grow as a baby. But as a kid, you don't realize your parents might tell you that you're like, oh, you need to eat your baby food so you can grow, and but you're not thinking about that from a child's perspective. You just want to eat when you're hungry and shit when you take a shit and blah blah blah. But there's so many functions that will come with like something like eating that you wouldn't even like realize because your body only responds with hunger. And so like but it's different things even like because we live in this age now where like our I guess they would say humans brains are bigger and blah blah blah, and we live lives that probably require like more like not like maybe more mind work, but I mean like sitting somewhere taking a test and looking at your phone screen. I'm not saying it's more like mind consuming than running than like hunting an animal like, but the point I'm making is that probably there's like different needs for food now than just for like fueling the body in a basic sense. Like there's probably like different things going on. And the thing I was making the point about working out, but it goes back to the same thing about sex. Like at the basic level you say yes, sex is for this, like it's for to create children, it's for like maybe someone's fulfillment in life or a happy life, whatever it is. But then there's just so many like other reasons that you might not even like see it. And like I was saying, I just like turned when I got past 25. I realized like how that it would like recharge me. Like I don't even like realize that like because I don't remember being like recharged by sex when I was like younger. That's what I'm trying to think about. Like because this one time I was like feeling like sick, and like it just like recharged me. And of course, as you're getting older, that would like matter more, especially as you like I'm not like 'cause, I mean I'm not sure like how the male sex drive like works with testosterone because I feel like maybe my sex drive is like the same. But anyway, even this because when I was 18, my free testosterone might have been higher. But point I'm making anyway is that it's just like just probably like different functions of things. I don't like. So I'm just saying this like I don't like. I really wonder like lust is really like the problem or something else. I'm not sure. I mean I'm basically I guess I'm saying I'm just trying to promote a healthy sex life like. I could see like I had been through like droughts and I had been in times where I was more focused on myself, like trying to build value and focus on different things like learn to play instruments and blah 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 and focus on getting a degree and this and that and where I wasn't like having a lot of sex. But the reality is that if some shit was just throwing herself at me like when it was convenient for me, I would have got with her. But it wasn't like obviously I'm like a man, I gotta pursue it for the most part. Like, no one's like it's not every day. Like every yes, there has been instances where women have came to me like trying to give me sex, but it's not like an everyday thing, of course. When with competing with your natural sex drive, like if there's, you know what I'm saying. So that's the point I'm making. But yeah, it's just type this type shit. It's just crazy, and yeah, it just makes me like wonder about like a healthy like sex life and everything. I'm not saying like I'm not trying to denounce these other people for like talking down on lust and their issues, and everyone's entitled to their own personal account, especially on YouTube where I'm like getting this information. I'm just making the video on the fly, but hey, it's just like my response to like all this, like just putting that out there, and so like. And I know, but yeah, like I'm saying, like there's different things. Like, is it even like the weed thing? Some people say, "Oh, like I could do weed," and some people are like, "No, weed's gonna mess me up. Can't mess with it." So yeah, but I mean, even with that, it's different functions for weeds that you wouldn't even like realize. Like when you're like young, you get high just to get high, and as you go later on, like you might realize it does different things for you, and like that you couldn't even realize or didn't even know it would do as you get older. Which is, but that's like based on that, and you could probably tie this all into like a universal concept. The one, even like with sleep, like anything you do can like have multiple functions beyond them what it just seems it would do. And so I'm even realizing that with rest because I'm like resting because I'm like sick, kind of, and like not even that, just like so I'm always like busy. It's always the gym. It's always working on this. It's always working on that. It's always trying to push forward, which I like. I like living like that. I always like the chase and moving forward. But like then I realize the importance of rest. And I realize that, and it's not just to like rest yourself and to sleep. It's like resting is almost like reflect, and it's like the most spiritual thing to like rest, almost in a sense. Rest. But yeah. Anyway, that's that. That's the lust and the sex life and whatever else. We're gonna see what we're gonna title this, but I'll catch you on the flip.